Hey, I'm Hani and welcome to my channel. Today we're doing something very fun, which I've been thinking about doing for a long time. I don't even know if it's gonna get fun. Like, I had this idea in my head just for like a series where I out-train my favorite foods. Because I'm a person, I grew up doing loads of sports and I still do loads of sport. I just love doing sports, I don't know. I also love eating. I might love eating a little bit more than doing sport. And it's always a struggle to find like a common place where you can eat what you want, but also you have to, of course, burn the energies and everything. So I always wanted to see what it takes to actually burn the energy. For example, today what we're gonna do is, what does it take to burn a bag of chips? If you eat a bag of chips in one sitting, how much would you need to run or walk, whatever, in order to burn that bag of chips? Why are we starting with chips? Okay, first of all, we started with chips because I think if I'm thinking of things that I want to indulge in, I think chips is pretty high up there because I just love chips. I don't know, they're like my favorite thing to just munch on and crunch on whenever, but I also have this negative stigma around them because of course I know how unhealthy chips are. So I'm not eating them all the time every day, but whenever I do, I love them. But why are we doing running? While I do love doing sports, I actually hate running. I don't know, I don't see the point in it. It's not that I can't do it or something. I just start running and in the middle of it I just get bored. I just been like, why should I run anymore? It's like, I'm bored. I did this for like 10 minutes now. Okay, can I do something else? I need different things, you know, I need things to keep me interested, but running is just like going in a straight line somewhere. And I don't know, but that doesn't really interest me. So that's why we're gonna do running, because we're combining my least favorite sport with my favorite food, and let's see if I can burn it in one sitting. I love these chips. They're everywhere here where I live. So back here it says 100 grams. Shit. I'm like, I know how much I have to run today and I don't want to. 100 grams are 530 calories. This bag isn't 100 gram. This bag is 175 gram, which means I have to do math now. If I wanted to burn this whole bag, if I just happened to eat the whole bag, I would need to burn 927.5 kilocalories. And I don't know if you realize how much that is. That's like half of my daily calorie intake nearly. I hate running. I hate it. Why did I even do this video? I thought it was gonna be like funny. So you see, I live in the middle of nowhere, which is why it's easy for me to just go running. But I've got like a line which I'm going to run, I think. And you start by running up here and then up a hill. So I think that's gonna work in my favor because the part that I'm running actually has a lot of hills. So I'm counting that as more calories if you run up a hill, you know. And then we're gonna run along a forest. So here's like trees, blah, blah, blah. You go down and you run along here. The way goes like this and then back to my house. I don't know how many times I have to run this, but it's 3 kilometers one go. I know that I burn about 200 to 250 calories running it once, which means if I wanted to do it perfectly, I would maybe have to run this like 3 or 4 times, and I don't know if I can manage that. So I think our way out plan is, while still doing running, if it all doesn't work out, I don't think I'm gonna run this here more than 2 times. I'm just like, so if that happens and I still haven't burned the amount of calories I wanted to burn, then I have to run up here, because this is like a shortcut way up a hill, like a very steep hill. And so if everything fails, I'm gonna do HIIT, which is high intensity training, for 50 to 20 minutes doing hill sprints up here, because HIIT burns more calories than just normal running. So that's, I guess, our way out plan. I think that's what I'll have to do in order to get to the amount of calories I want to burn today. So yeah. Okay, so music is in. Let's get going. I'm like halfway through round 1 now. Still feeling pretty good about this, but I know I'm gonna be able to regret this later, because I think if I look how many calories round 1 actually is burned, it's gonna be less than I think. So yeah, just keep running for now. Round 1 is done. Okay. So all in all, I actually feel pretty good because I got lucky with today. First of all, I somehow have a bunch of energy, which I think might be down to the pizza I ate yesterday evening. The weather is also perfect for running today. I don't have an app that calculates me running. I just have the step counter app, and that tells me how long and how much time I spent running or walking or whatever. 4,500 steps, 2.84 kilometers and spent approximately half an hour running. Yeah, and this says I burned 150 calories more or less, and that's like, oh my goodness, if this is true, I have to run this like 4 more times, and I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna get going as fast as possible because these are about to run out of battery as well, and if these run out of battery, I won't be running anymore. So I'm just gonna run this whole thing again. I'm not gonna film the start and the end because my neighbor just started doing his lawn and I don't want to set up the camera, me running and everything, so yeah. But trust me, I'll run it. You can see later on my phone. Okay, so it's Monday the 8th. Yeah, see you. So I'm like halfway through round 2 now. Still feeling pretty good. The only thing is my shoes hurt. I think my shoes aren't the right size anymore, like perfectly, and running just a lot highlights the bad parts. I'm gonna do this for YouTube. Last kilometer of round 2, I think. It's going on now. Round 2 done. Honestly, pushing myself to the edge here because I'm not much of a runner. My feet are hurting now because of the shoes, but I did it. I think I never ever run 2 rounds, which sounds stupid because it's not that far, but I just hate running, so I never even tried. But quite surprised by how well it went actually. I feel like I have energy for a 3rd round, but I just don't have patience for a 3rd round. It's 10:12, still the same date as you can see. More or less 9,000 steps in more or less an hour. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take a little break. At least a 10-minute break or something, where I'm just gonna eat half a pear because I still have a pear left from my breakfast cereal, and then we're gonna run up that hill over there however many times I can do it. I think I'm gonna do sprints, hill sprints, high intensity style, so I don't think I'll be able to go more than 15 minutes that intensity that I'm thinking of going, especially since I just have been running for the last hour. I'm just gonna go as far as I can go, and then we're just gonna calculate everything together in the end and see how many calories I might have burned. Let's go sprint number 1. This is very much possibly the worst idea I've ever had for a video. Why am I putting myself through this? I'm gonna film the second thing because my battery of the camera is nearly full, but I'm gonna run up again. I can later prove on my phone. Right now we're at 10,000 steps. Well, this is finished. I can't do it anymore, sorry. Remember, I'm not a fitness person, and I'm especially not a running person. We're gonna calculate everything now. I'm not gonna be close to a bag of chips, but push myself as far as I can get. My feet hurt, my legs hurt. I'm done. Please forgive me. Honestly, still, I'm proud of me. I think I've never run this much in like one sitting. I definitely have never run this much in one sitting. Like the longest I might have run was for half an hour. Okay, so some minutes and freshly showered later. Let's see how many calories I actually burned. This is what I calculated with my phone. It's obviously not 100% accurate, but we're gonna go with that data. That means that I did the normal running, like 6 kilometers plus something, in 1 hour. So that's 1 hour of normal running speed, and I'm gonna calculate how many calories that is for my height, weight. Okay, so just from running, I burned 381 calories. Okay, and then I did the HIIT. So HIIT is a bit more hard to calculate, so I won't 100% know how many calories I burned. I'll just try to calculate the time that I spent hill sprinting, because I know that I did it for 20 minutes, because that's the moving time after my run. So I moved for like about 20 minutes with HIIT. So let's see how much that would be. Okay, so I can't find an accurate source for how many calories you burn sprinting. It just says this much in an hour. So I'm gonna calculate that down 20 minutes, then go to the lower end because I'm a small person, so obviously I won't burn as much as a big person, and then take a bit away for the resting time that I had during HIIT. And that's gonna be my more or less calculation for the sprints, because I don't know how else to calculate that. Taking that into consideration, I came to the conclusion that I more or less burned about 300 calories sprinting for the 20 minutes. So if we add that to the running calories, we have... So from the 927.5 calories that I should have burned for 1 bag of chips, I burned 681 calories, which means I'm in a deficit of what I should have burned of 246.5 calories, which is more or less 1 more round of the 3 kilometers of running. So if I had done one more round, I probably would have gotten to the amount of calories needed to burn a bag of chips, but I didn't. Now I hope you realize that with me doing this experiment and even failing at the experiment, just how much a bag of chips really is. If you want to run for more than 2 hours after eating that, like gladly do, or if you're bigger, I guess you need to run less. Yeah, I would have to do quite a lot just to burn this small bag of chips, like less than 200 grams of chips. And that's scary, because you know, processed foods, as good as they might taste, they're really scary, because you don't often realize just how much these calories are, how much they account for. Like, you look at that and you're like, a bit much, but we can do the 30-gram serving. But who the fuck eats a 30-gram serving of chips? You eat the whole bag or you eat none, you know? That's how it goes. And if you eat the whole bag, you need to account for it. Now, obviously, I don't want to scare you of eating nice foods or processed foods. I myself do enjoy chips ever so often, maybe a bit too often. Like, I want to make educated choices. And if I eat a bag of chips, then I eat it knowing that I'm not doing my body any good. I'm doing my soul some good, you know? Like, my soul sometimes needs some soul food, and that's okay. I'm gonna go edit this video and eating more or less a bit more than half a bag of chips, because I didn't burn more. So I'll eat the whole bag, who am I kidding? I'm gonna eat this bag of chips while editing. I guess if you want to see more of these kinds of videos, because I have many ideas for this series. I want to do like learning a bar of chocolate, dancing or something, like doing different kinds of sports and different processed foods, I guess, and just see how much it would take for different sports to burn different foods. So if you like this video, you can give it a thumbs up, which would make me very happy, and you can subscribe to my channel, and as always, bye and be back on my channel. I kind of do love my life.